sir, there's nothing in here. Please, can I take my medicine? My is hurt. Can I use the bathroom? Please, I'm finished.
It started like an ordinary day, but within moments things were about to take a serious turn. Police received a road rage call reporting that a man inside a white Honda Civic had allegedly pointed a firearm at another driver. Because of the dangerous nature of the call, a state trooper immediately responded with lights and sirens, heading toward the suspect's location. As the trooper drove, dispatch continued providing more details. The suspect vehicle was described as a white four-door Honda driven by a black male, with a blue item hanging from the rear-view mirror. Every detail mattered because officers were actively trying to locate the vehicle while also keeping the public safe. The trooper's emergency response was controlled and careful. Officers know that getting to the scene safely is just as important as arriving quickly. Conditions can change rapidly, information updates constantly, and reckless driving by police can create even more danger. Soon the trooper spotted a vehicle matching the exact description at a gas station. He pulled in and immediately began giving commands. "Show me your hands. Keep your hands up. Come out of the car." The situation was tense because the report suggested the suspect may have been armed. Interestingly, the officer approached in a way that seemed unusual for a possible firearm situation. Normally, officers expecting an armed suspect use a more tactical felony stop position with greater distance and cover. But for reasons unknown, the trooper approached head-on. The driver appeared extremely nervous and confused. At first he denied having a firearm. Moments later, his story changed. "No, I don't have a gun. Well, there's a gun in the glove box, but it isn't mine. It belongs to my girlfriend." That sudden change immediately raised concern. The officer ordered him out of the vehicle. Instead of quickly complying, the suspect became emotional and increasingly panicked. He reached for his phone, shouted for help, and repeatedly claimed he had done nothing wrong. "I didn't do anything. They're trying to kill me. Please let me send my location." For police officers, movements like reaching into pockets or grabbing objects can become extremely dangerous. From a distance, officers cannot instantly tell whether someone is reaching for a phone or a weapon. Backup officers arrived and the suspect was detained. But getting him into the patrol vehicle became difficult. He repeatedly resisted, saying he had recently left the hospital and was in pain. He asked for medication, asked to use the bathroom, and continuously pleaded with officers. "Sir, please, my medicine. I just got out of the hospital, please." As officers continued investigating, they questioned him about the road rage incident. The suspect claimed a gray vehicle had cut him off, but he denied pointing a gun at anyone. Then officers revealed something important. The reporting witness had identified the vehicle with near-perfect accuracy. The car description matched. The hanging item on the mirror matched. The firearm was present. As the investigation continued, officers believed they had developed probable cause connecting the suspect to the reported incident. Eventually multiple charges reportedly followed, including allegations related to aggravated assault, obstruction, firearm violations, and additional offenses discovered during the investigation. What started as a road rage complaint had escalated into a major police incident. And the biggest lesson from the entire situation was simple: road rage is never worth it. A few seconds of anger can create consequences that change lives forever.